Hi everybody, this is David Newton, your personal sommelier from teachingwineonline.com. This is Understanding Wine Labels, and today we're going to talk about what Old Vine means on your wine label. Alright, when you see the word Old Vine, basically what they're saying is that the grapes that were used to make that wine are coming from a vine that's been planted in the ground for more than 50 years. Now, there are no laws that are governing this, therefore the vine could be in the ground for less than 50 years, maybe even 30 years or so, but the industry standard would be 50 to 80 years. Alright, so let's actually map this out. If they've been in the ground for 10 years or less, that would be a young vine. If they've been in the ground for over 10 years to 50 years, this is middle-aged. If they're in the ground for 50 to 80 years, this means that is old vine, and longer than 80 years is going to be ancient. Okay? Now, the longer a vine is planted in the ground, the less of the amount of grapes that it produces. So it would make sense in your business plan that when the vines get to a certain age, to pull them out of the ground and plant younger vines so that you'd have more grapes growing. However, these vines that are growing in the ground for more than 50 years, producing less yield, what happens is the grapes that are growing are getting more nutrients, more intensity, and more complexity because they're not competing with the nutrients that the root systems are pulling from the ground. Also, the root systems are going very deep into the ground and possibly going through layers of soil types, so that's what's going to create the complexity and basically create a more interesting grape, making a more interesting wine. So, Old Vine, it's somewhat abused, but in most cases people are sticking to the industry standard of 50 to 80 years. And I am seeing them mostly on Zinfandels, and occasionally I'll see them on Malbecs. Other than that, not too many other examples of Old Vine on labels.